And I was in Florida at the time. I was working at a hotel in St. Augustine, Florida, for a Spanish hotel group. We were going to do an arts hotel in St. Augustine. And as it turned out, when we did all the test borings, the whole city had been polluted by printer's ink at the time, and so the developer from Spain said, "Well, we're out of here. we don't want to be part of this." So I had planned on being here. I was living in Spain at the time with my business partner and wife, Maku, and so we decided to come up and spend 3 months here. And Debbie said, "Why don't you take a look at this building on Harrisburg Pike?" The owner, David Doolittle, at the time, didn't know what to do with the building. He was looking at doing a lot of different things. Can you do feasibility studies of what to do with that building? And so I looked at putting condominiums in here, putting offices in. The office market is very weak in Lancaster. The price is, you can't afford to really develop a property, at least at that time. In 2003, there may be some more opportunities now. Anyway, and the third thing was the hotel. And the only thing that worked here financially was to do a hotel here. And so David Doolittle said, "Well, you know, my financial advisors told me this is the worst idea you could ever could possibly do here." And so I said, "Okay, David, so we'll get an option on it, and I'll get that into that a little later." But anyway, why here? So the reason, when I did all the research on the marketing here, and there was, what we say in the hotel, there's a lot of fish in the water. It needs a lot of fish to catch to make a hotel work. And so there was F&M here. There was a lot of things happening around here. There was a stadium, the tourist industry in general. So it seemed like it could work if we did something that was unique and not the standard hotel. So the second interesting point is that this is a National Registered District, not just this building, but there are 4 buildings. Four tobacco warehouses here. There was A, B, C, and D. This was D. This was a Rosenbaum tobacco warehouse. It had 2 separate owners at one time. There was a wall down the middle, and it had 2 separate owners. But it was built in the other ones were built a little earlier in the late 1870s, and this was built in 1881. And it's part of it stayed as a tobacco warehouse for many, many years, and the other part later became a paper warehouse. All the things recuperating the area from the city, from the back area here, to make that work. We had to get, of course, solicit investors. We had to purchase the property. Then we applied for the historic tax credits. And the actual name of this area here is the Harrisburg Avenue Harrisburg Avenue Tobacco District. Tobacco Historic District. Is that correct, Susan? No, Susan's still on here from the city. That's correct. It's called the Harrisburg Avenue Tobacco Historic District. It doesn't say warehouse, it just says historic or tobacco district. Of course, we obtained a tax, and they got new market tax credits, which we don't know why this area was such a deprived area at the time that we were able to do that. We got subcontractors. We designed the interiors and furnishings. We selected furniture that was made in Leola and in Allentown. We got just about everything was made in Pennsylvania. There's a few things we didn't make it. And then we selected the management company, Growth Properties in Philadelphia, which Mara works for Growth Properties. I will point out the brick in the courtyard is actually brick from the Lancaster City streets. You know, you may not know this, but most of the, am I in the way of the pictures there? Can you
A little
bit. I'll try to stay out of the way. Most of the streets in Lancaster were these bricks, and they're very high. They're like cobble. I call them cobble bricks. And when we bought the property here in 2004, the sidewalk, the whole sidewalk on Harrisburg Avenue had been laid with this brick, with this Lancaster street brick. And it's not very comfortable for walking on every day, and there wasn't enough to complete because there were a lot of driveways that were filled in. Anyway, so I thought it would be great to just at least keep it here on the property, and we incorporated it into the courtyard. This was a plan of that the JSID, the James Street Improvement District, had done of this whole area here. You can see the stadium, and down here is the hotel property. But it kind of gave us an idea. Wow, this is going to be a great area in the future. Of course, a lot of this has not been done yet. The stadium has been built, but the railroad is being abandoned as we speak, and I'm not sure the exact date of when it's going to start. The construction is going to start, and then they're going to rip up the tracks and so forth. But there's going to be major development between the Franklin Marshall and the Lancaster General Hospital, are co-developers of the property. So it's going to have a major impact on Harrisburg Avenue here.